Good evening, everyone. My name is Martin Murphy. This is Mike Pitzeroos. We're
Hello.
from the Wish You Were Beer podcast. This is the first episode, and we decided to do this because, well, we really like beer. Mike, what's this podcast going to be about? What's that main shtick we're trying to do here?
So we're gonna have 6 beers, and you and I are each gonna have one topic to discuss sort of throughout the podcast. And as we have each beer, we're going to kind of just talk about it and just be like, hey, this beer is a brown ale. It tastes like a brown ale.
Yeah. So we did a make your own 6-pack, and we put a bunch of weird beers in there because that's what we like. We like weird stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that beers that that blow our minds. You know, like there's all those weird Lay's potato chip flavors. Well, there's beer like that too. So that's what we like drinking.
All right. Say we crack open the first one.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna grab it. Blood Orange Sour.
Okay.
So this is Evil Twin Brewing's Sanguinum Arentiaco. I don't know how to say it there. It's on the Instagram page as well.
Yes.
It's a blood orange sour ale. And it's got 3.25% alcohol.
All right, that's not bad. We're starting out light.
That's nothing for Evil Twin.
Now these are all new to us. Never had these. We've had a lot of beer, but we haven't had these beers. All right. First pour. It's nice and cold. I also have a cold right now, so I'm sorry I sound terrible.
I sound great.
All right, there you go. I think I might have taken a little bit.
Yeah, there's. Cheers to the first drink.
Cheers. It's kind of stinky. Did you get that?
Yeah,
It smells very good. I do like it. It's a bit tart.
It is pretty sour. Feeling it in the back of the mouth, sort
Yep,
of.
you're right. The more I drink it, yeah, you're right.
And there is
Sour
like a hint,
ale, blood orange sour ale. Let's try to get that right in there.
there is like a hint of blood orange too. It's a nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's a nice light.
I like it a lot. It's sweet, but not like a sugar sweet. More like a fruit tart sweet. And sour, so a little bit of vinegar taste in there.
You and I both really like sours in general.
Yeah, it's kind of an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people like sours, but
They're nice. They're interesting.
Yeah, I think they're fun. It's good in the summer. You don't want to have like a dark, thick like molasses beer in the middle of summer. You want to have a light, fruity beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My favorite summer beer was that summer shandy that Line and Kugel had this past summer. It was really
watermelon.
nice. So I had the watermelon one too.
I like their lemon one a lot. I drink a lot of those. I like Sam Adams summer variety pack as well.
Well, would you like to start with the topic?
Yeah, I think I'll start with the topic. So, Trisha, my girlfriend, and I were driving in the car the other day. We had a long car ride, so we were kind of just like making stuff up and talking about whatever. And this idea popped in my head. And I want to get your opinion on it. I want to see if you would do this. It's kind of like a hypothetical thing.
Okay.
Say it's the year 2100, something like that. We finally have the technology to put people to sleep. And like, not like kill them, not like euthanize them, but put them to sleep and wake them up at a later date, like cryogenics.
Yeah, so like sort of make it so that way they don't age through that time either. Okay.
Now Trisha and I were talking about how this time of someone's life being like early 20s, where it's just like you have no idea how your life is going to turn out, but people kind of like respect you or not respect you, expect you to know what you're doing. We're talking about how we kind of have no idea what we're doing. This is why the idea popped in my head. What if you could be put to sleep when you turn like 20, or 18, whatever. Waking up when you are 30, and when you wake up, you have a job, you have a house, you have money. But this is like a service given by a company. I'm thinking like sci-fi. I'm thinking of this like a movie or like a book, and it's like
Gotcha.
sci-fi. It's like very futuristic sci-fi, and you pay this company where they like just get you through like the unknown parts of your life. You just pay them money. Say it's like $1 million, something crazy. It's only for rich people. And they you give them $1 million, and they put you to sleep for 10 years. Or I guess it could be whichever time span you want, whatever point in your life you want to skip.
Mm-hmm.
They put you to sleep, and when they wake you up, they say, we invested your $1 million. You now have $40 million. You have your dream job. We got you your dream job. Say you want to work at Apple or Google or something. Well, you tell them that beforehand, and then they tell you you start at Google on Monday, and they give you like your address to your house. You have a car. They do all these things for you. They get you through like the parts of your life that you don't necessarily want to do. You might just want to fast forward through your life.
Mm-hmm.
Past the crappy parts, like having to find a job or college. Well, I know there are some loopholes because I don't know what you would do at Google, not really knowing anything, but just
I was about to say, like,
disbelief for that.
That's what my question would be, is like, I don't know, how would you have the experience to actually contribute to Google at that point? Well, or like, is that something that they would?
I think Google would be like, where like they're like willing to train you, stuff like that. Would you do it? And what part of your life would you skip? Because I think I would do it, and I would do it right now. Really? I think I would have done it like a year ago, and like wake me up when I'm like 28 with my girlfriend, and like we're married, and we have a dog, and we have a house, and like we're both famous photographers. Like make that happen. And then you wake up with all this money, like you're just set. All the stuff that you have to like work towards. Wow, this is such a millennial topic. All the stuff you have to work towards, you can just skip it, and they do it all for you. And you wake up and you're golden. You can just live your life as if you actually.
That is pretty millennial.
I
don't know. Like,
didn't realize.
So that. Like I don't think I would.
No,
I don't think so, because I feel like part of all of that is like the struggle of getting there. And like, So like, I feel like you and Trisha, say, would appreciate being professional photographers more if you knew the struggle to get there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like, if you were just handed say that job or something like that, I feel like you wouldn't be able to appreciate it.
All right, that's true. I get that. We were kind of just self-loathing about how we have no money. That's kind of where it came from.
Yeah. That's just what ran through my head, is that like I always feel like, part of getting somewhere in life has to do with that struggle part of it. But theoretically, if that was 100% a thing, I wouldn't necessarily turn it down. Yeah. I mean, like, I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but if somebody was like, hey, we're doing this thing, like if somebody paid me to do it, let's say, I think I would do it.
Yeah. Seems like some just like a sci-fi movie where like some bad stuff goes down. Yeah. And like you wake up and like
it's like that what's that movie that Chris Pratt did with J-Law?
Yeah. Passengers.
I haven't seen it either, but like I know I know that the premise of it is that like they were up in space and they were sleeping for that time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do it?
I don't think so. I really don't know. Like, cause again,
what if like it was a common thing? What if it didn't cost $1 million?
Like if somebody was paying me to do it, I think I would. But I don't know. I just like
Now,
personally.
keep in mind, they also invest your money for you.
Yeah.
So you also wake up with a ton more money.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, if it wasn't something that I paid for, I think I would do it.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I just feel like part of enjoying life is knowing the struggle that you went through to get there.
Yeah, that's fair. Michael, what other kind of topics are we going to be doing on this podcast? Oh, well.
Like, just,
maybe just give a little tease of, like, the things that are going to go on in this podcast.
So, every episode we're going to do some form of a education beer type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, history, or just a random fact or something like that.
And that topic is going to be called Beers 101.
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about whatever snack we're eating, which right now our snack is not right here, but it's right over there. So we're going to, right over here. When we cut the camera really quick because we can only record small segments, but we'll have it. Mm-hmm. And we're also going to have a little recommendation at the end.
Yep, we're going to end every episode with a recommendation. We're going to recommend 2 beers, one for Mike, one for me. Yep. Some weird thing that we've tried before that we liked, of course, or it wouldn't be a recommendation. Now, the snack portion where we taste a snack. Now, that's going to be called a snackcident waiting to happen. Because I know one of these times we are going to try something shitty. It could be first episode, who knows. But it is just a snackcident waiting to happen. I forgot to close this back up.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Awesome.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, everyone, we're back for another beer. What do we got next, Mike?
All right.
We did finish those as well.
Something random. All right.
What's this one? It's a Coco Porter with cocoa and vanilla. It's from Roosterfish Brewing.
Okay.
They're in Watkins Glen.
Wow, cool.
And
gotta go.
I found an AP. 5.2.
All right. Well, we're increasing. There you go. There. Hope that's coming out okay.
Okay.
Got it.
It's dark. Portery.
Mm-hmm. And we did rinse the glasses out. Does it smell good?
It does smell good.
Yeah.
It's nice. That's the first vanilla type porter that isn't too sweet.
Yeah. It's not sweet at all. It's kind of like when you're younger and you're really used to like Hershey's chocolate, and then you try that like fancy chocolate that your mom has, and it's just like straight cocoa and it's bitter, and you're like, this chocolate kind of tastes like wine. I don't know, but like it's not like sugary cocoa. It's like
no, it's nice.
Yeah, it's like a not so sugary chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's got like the real cocoa taste to it, but it's also slightly sweetened by the vanilla.
Yeah, it's very good. And it's very dark.
Yeah, it is pretty dark.
But it does not taste very dark. It's kind of thin. It kind of goes down very easily. It doesn't like coat your mouth. It doesn't stick in your mouth. I could see myself drinking this on a warm summer day.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's dark, but it's not like super dark. If I hold it up to the light, it's not. Yeah. So do you have a snack?
Yes, I do.
So Martin went and got the snack today, and I picked up the beers, and I'm sure we're gonna do a little flip flop.
Yeah. Next week I'm gonna pick up the beers, and Mike's gonna get the snack, and we're gonna surprise something. I don't know what Mike got tonight, so this is all surprises to me. Now, for the snack, kind of wanted to do something similar that we did with the beer, where we just wanted to pick out some crazy stuff. So where did I go? I went to Walmart. I went into the chips aisle, and I just picked out the most out there flavor of what I could find. So that left me with fiery chili lime Pringles. So we're gonna try some of these.
chili lime is like a kind of common flavor, but I've never seen it on like a Pringle or anything like that.
On a Pringle, no. Yeah, I've definitely had chili lime stuff before. Um, but I think they're running out of ideas.
I don't think I've had chili lime anything before.
I've had chili lime, like corn on the cob. It was very good. Right, go ahead and give it a whiff.
Oh man,
it's very potent.
Yeah,
I
it
sniffed
is.
it earlier.
I'm gonna grab a couple.
Okay, don't mind the crunching.
It's very lime.
Yeah,
I'm getting a lot of lime
it's
right
more
now.
lime than fiery chili.
It's not super spicy.
Nope. I'm taking these home.
This is a successful snack
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
Yep.
It's like you get a little heat, but it's also like refreshing from the lime.
Yeah, I never thought I like salty snacks, so Pringles are no mystery to me.
It's refreshing.
But it's a very refreshing chip. Never thought a chip could be refreshing, but it's very refreshing.
Very good. Back to the beer.
Oh yeah. So that is a recommendation for the fiery chili lime Pringles. Show it to you one more time.
Yeah, those are really good. I'll have to pick those up sometime and take them to work with me.
Oh yeah, those are not bad at all. I'm gonna finish those too.
The beer was nice afterwards too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's really not bad. So many weird tastes that end up going together. It's very odd.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Ghana cocoa. Madagascar vanilla beans. And fresh Seneca Lake water.
Seneca Lake, that's close to us. We are in central New York.
Yeah, everything
if you're some far away fans.
We've got a nearby bottle shop here that it's a craft beer store, and one half of it is all New York stuff. And for today, I just shopped on that half and just picked up some random ones that I had never seen before, at least. So, I mean, it might end up happening where we'll get one that the other person has had. Most likely, I'll get one that you've had before.
You've caught up to me though, and even if there was some stuff I've had that you haven't, I've probably forgotten about them.
Yeah.
I used to be able to remember all the beers I had, but now they're all, like all the cocoa ones start blending together.
Yeah. But this is nice though.
At this point, if there's a beer that I can really remember, then that means it was pretty good.
Cookie dough. Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's cookie dough.
That one's gonna stick with me like for a long time.
Oh yeah, easily. All right, we finished our Coco Porter.
Okay, moving on to our
What's next, Mike?
This is called the Brown Note, which is from Against the Grain Brewery, which isn't in New York actually. Louisville, KY.
Oh, okay. Now, what do you think the best part of this beer is?
Probably the name.
Oh, the name? I was thinking the can.
Oh, I like the can too.
Yeah.
You can see that. But also, it reads, "Oh, the shame." This is the brown ale to end all brown ales.
Oh,
Enjoy it because there's no longer any reason to drink another brown ale. You've reached the pinnacle, the disco bump, the brown note. Drink this beer or poop yourself trying.
Oh my god. This is probably going to be dark, right?
Yeah, it's a brown ale, so I think it's lighter than a porter. That like we just said. Also trying to find a percentage on it. 5.
All right, that's not bad. I think we'll probably end up sticking around the 5-6 area.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's a little lighter.
All right. I can't believe the can.
So the can's a 16 ounce, so I'm definitely not having half of it.
God, that is literally a person pooping.
And all of our cans you can see on our Instagram page and bottles and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Our handle is at WYWB Podcast
Yeah.
on Instagram and Twitter. You can search us with Wish You Were Beer as well. Don't we always wish people were beer?
Yeah, oh my god.
That's. Does this like smell kind of like poop?
It does.
We're not lying, this kind of smells like poop.
It's not bad though.
Oh yeah, I could drink that. Let me read this again.
It doesn't, it's just a brown ale.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah. It's just brown ale.
It's nice. It's got kind of like a chocolatey kind of taste to it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
It's lighter than the porter. I don't know if you can see that in the camera,
Yep.
but it is a little lighter than the porter. Yeah, it is nice. I would drink it.
Yeah, me too. That's more like a cold fall day kind of beer for me.
Yeah.
Mike, what topic were you going to bring to the table tonight?
Oh, well, my topic, I was between two, but the thing I think I'm going to go with is the fact that recently I got a PlayStation 4. Finally. And I love it. It's awesome. Like, I have an Xbox still. I have a Switch, and I just got the PS4, and the PS4 is like quite possibly my favorite thing right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. What games did you get with it?
I got Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game is awesome. Like, yeah, awesome.
And you got a Pro, which is awesome.
I got a Pro, which means eventually I'm gonna have to get a 4K camera and TV at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. I got this and Destiny 2. But this game I like a lot. I'm a stickler for games that have like really nice soundtracks and a really nice single player not co-op but campaign. So I mean, like, it's the perfect game for me. It's got an awesome soundtrack. It's a lot of fun. It's got a single player campaign.
Awesome protagonist.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and like you can make some decisions that, like, at least at the point in the game that I'm in right now, doesn't seem to affect it a whole lot. But it definitely, like, based on whatever decision I made earlier, changed the dialogue later.
Yeah. And that's been a thing in games for a while, but I feel like Horizon Zero Dawn took it to another level. Where it's just like the branching dialogue trees. It's kind of like a butterfly effect sort of thing. There's just no end to it. So just like operating the PS4, how do you like it compared to Xbox? Like getting around and stuff like that?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time just figuring everything out, but I think that's just me being used to the Xbox system. Right now, there's I'm just used to Xbox, so Xbox is just familiar to me. And PS4 though, I think it's cool. Like I think the system itself is just on a different level. Like I don't have a One X or like a One S. I have the original Xbox One.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm sure that doesn't contribute well in its perspective for me, but I mean, like, the PS4 for me is just, it's a game that I finally get to play with a lot of my friends on.
Yeah.
Because, like, I like a lot of each system has like their own sets of games that are unique to that system, and I really like being able to play all those games. And this is the first time that I've had all three of a PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo at the same time, and I'm just really excited for upcoming stuff for that.
That's good. I have a PlayStation 4 and a Switch right now, and I feel like that's all I need. Xbox exclusives aren't doing too much for me right now, but we'll see. The Xbox One X comes out next year. Or no, this year.
It's soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's in like November.
I think this is also the newest system I've gotten. Because the Pro just came out, in July?
Oh, actually, no, I think No, it was. I think the Switch came out after it. Still.
You think?
Yeah, because I got the Pro last semester. I think it was. So it was like spring.
Oh, I thought
I think
the
it
Pro
came out right around the
recently.
time.
I don't know.
It's the Switch.
But like also, yeah. So like it's been more than 6 months about in between from when
Yeah.
the console came out that I got the system.
Mm-hmm.
Because Switches you just couldn't find them forever.
Oh yeah, jeez.
And the Xbox I was waiting to get it pre-owned because we were
Mhm.
working at GameStop at the time.
Yeah. Have you played any Destiny 2?
A little bit. I definitely
Mm.
like it more than Destiny 1. The thing with Destiny, I just couldn't get into Destiny 1. I think
Mhm.
was my problem because I was a big Bungie person. Like I really liked Halo, and
Yeah.
I played all the Halos, and they were awesome. But like when Destiny just felt similar, but like lesser, sort of in a way.
Yeah, the first Destiny to me kind of seemed like it didn't have a lot of substance. The gameplay was awesome. The shooting felt really good, and
Yeah.
then the skills you had were felt very good. But then there just didn't seem a lot to it. And now Destiny 2 has a very well fleshed out story with there's cinematic cutscenes and just a lot more content now and more stuff to work towards. And so I'm playing it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I gotta play that with you because I like games like that where you're collectively going through the story, sort
Yeah.
of. And yeah, I just think that that kind of game speaks to me
Mm-hmm.
because as much as I love the single player campaign games with like Horizon,
Mm-hmm.
I do like playing a game with a friend, but I also don't like playing a game with a friend against a whole bunch of people, like
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty and stuff like that, where it's
Oh
like
yeah.
you're playing with your buddies,
Yeah.
but like it's just
Mm-hmm.
you're not going through a story or anything like that. And I
Right.
think I'm a very story based person, video game wise.
I like co-op quite a bit more than player versus player.
Yeah, me too.
Getting things done with friends is a lot funner than fighting against friends and other people. And it feels good to accomplish something with your friends instead of a game where you're just like when you're shooting at your friends, I guess. Um,
Or when you are, it's like, yeah, we won towards the end of it. Like,
yeah,
there's
right.
no like. I mean, there is like some satisfaction, but it's
Mhm.
not. I don't think it's to that level of like me and my buddies just defeated this gigantic boss that we've been fighting
Mhm.
for like a couple of weeks or something. We just
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
been able to do it.
Well, and you and I both have a pretty extensive MMO background too. The video game genre, massive multiplayer online role playing game. Um, you would probably know like World of Warcraft, where there's millions of players playing, and you all are doing quests to make your character better, and you're playing with your friends. You're accomplishing tasks with your friends. Mike and I have played a lot of those games, and Destiny is actually one of those games. But it's kind of like like a diet MMO.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as there's a lot. It has a lot of elements of an MMORPG, but sort of like at a lesser level. And so I think playing these sort of diet MMORPGs when we're used to having like the full experience of one kind of lessens the experience a little bit. Have you felt that way? I've kind of felt
I
that
agree.
way whenever I play one of these.
My big game for a little while was Borderlands 2,
Mm-hmm.
where like it was just we all had our characters and then we grouped up and we went and fought this giant boss and like
It's great.
yeah, and it was just one of those things where it was like it was so rewarding because the amount of times that we fought that single boss over and over and over again and just not being able to do it, but then when you finally do kill it, you're like it's just like the sense of accomplishment is like way
awesome.
better than, in my opinion, I think it's way better than like just like going into a 16 versus 16 war game with your.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Say we head back to this topic after we finish this.
Sounds
Start
good.
another one.
Sounds good. We will be right back again.
All right, we're back. We're gonna go into another beer, Martin.
Oh yeah. All right, fourth beer.
This one is Three Heads Brewing, Strawberry Fields.
Now I think this one I might have tried.
I think, I don't know. I haven't had this one, but I remember seeing it before
Mhm.
and being like, it was up in the new parts of Now and Later.
Okay. So we probably tried it.
I don't remember.
Actually,
trying it.
speaking of Now and Later, Mike, or do you want to talk about what Now and Later is?
I don't know, do we?
I think so.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned it.
Yeah, Now and Later is like this bar that we go to that's a craft beer place. Well, this is our first episode, so obviously we don't have any sponsors or anything like that. We're not trying to.
But it's pretty much where we do all our drinking. It's a small, awesome bar about 20 minutes from us, or not 10 minutes from us.
Yeah.
They have 300 bottles in a case that they rotate like monthly. And then they have about 10 lines on draft that they switch sometimes like daily or like on a really busy Friday or Saturday night, they'll switch it like every single hour. It's crazy. They go through a lot of beer. But that's where Mike and I try some have had some of our favorite beers. It's where we try the craziest beer because, you know, the bartenders by now, they know us. We drink there quite a bit. And our favorite thing to do there is to walk in and there's a bartender. His name is Jacek. He's very good to us. We walk in and we ask him, what do you have for us this week? And sometimes he brings out some crazy stuff, such as a cookie dough beer.
Yeah, that was one that he brought out to us and was like, he thought specifically about.
Yep, they got it in, and he said, Martin, I was thinking about you the first time I saw this. And it was a Ben & Jerry's does a collaboration with New Belgium Brewing Company to make a sort of like holiday dessert beer every winter. And this past one was a cookie dough beer. It's phenomenal. All right, let's get into this.
It smelled very strawberry off the bat.
Oh, I didn't smell it. Oh, yeah.
It tastes really strawberry. This is very strawberry. This is, so Three Heads Brewing is in Rochester.
Okay, cool.
And this is actually pretty interesting. I've never had any kind of strawberry beer or sour or anything like that. Yeah. This is very strawberry.
I like that a lot.
It's 5%.
Okay.
It is nice and light.
There is the bottle, the label. We got a giant strawberry on there with a tractor that looks like a bug. Okay. I like that a lot. That goes down very easily.
Yeah, it's nice. It's smooth. It's
something I wish I knew about this summer. I'd probably have drinking a lot of it.
It's tasty. There's a pig with wings.
It's very tasty.
There's a little pig with wings in there in the corner.
It's awesome.
It is. It's very tasty.
Very tasty. Very light. Goes down easy. Could see myself slamming down a few of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go sit on the porch
it's
or
dangerous.
something.
And
Yeah,
or grilling.
Nice.
You can see this having on the, not on the grill, but on the on the table next to the grill while making burgers or hot dogs in the sun. That's awesome. That's a great beer.
Yeah. Last time I grilled the beer I had was a Stella Artois. Artois. I don't know. I'm so awful at names.
That's alright.
Hang on. A Stella Artois.
Very good.
Can we just not that?
Do you want me to do that? Now I can't. This is too funny. This is the time in the show where we've had a lot of beer.
It's not that bad though. I feel okay.
I'm a little buzzed. This is the fourth beer in about 25 minutes, so
2 for each of us.
Yeah.
2 full.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about video games and the PlayStation 4. Now, were there any games that you were thinking of getting besides Horizon or Destiny 2? Was that a hard decision?
I was thinking about getting Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 is a fantastic game.
That's what I heard. Like, because it's one of those games where we haven't had a game like that, like Battlefield or Call of Duty, that isn't based sometime in the future where we have jetpacks and
and
crazy guns.
That
and stuff
especially
like
is
that.
a very tired.
So I'm excited. I want to get Battlefield 1, and then I just gotta get Grand Theft Auto for Hannah. Hannah's my girlfriend.
Yes.
And she really wants to play Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 5, at least.
Yeah.
One of the best-selling video games of all time now.
Right.
There is a thing called the NPD charts, which is a research business that compiles all the sales data for the entire video game industry. And every month they come out with a list of the top 10 games that sold the best that month. Grand Theft Auto now came out in 2013. That's 4 years ago. And every month for the past 4 years, they've been on that top 10 list, which is absolutely insane.
It's crazy.
The best-selling game of all time, just for a little trivia there, is Tetris. It's understandable. It's a classic. Grand Theft Auto, quickly catching up to that. So, very interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that was our timer for memory.
Okay.
And
all right.
So we'll be right back.
All right, and we're back. Gonna start the fifth beer. Getting up there.
We're getting into the season of a pumpkin cream ale.
All right.
Made from Coco Brewing Company.
I've had a lot of pumpkin ales. It's a pretty popular thing around September, October, November. Never had a pumpkin cream ale.
I've never had a pumpkin cream ale before, too. I've had a couple of pumpkins like you have, but...
Now, usually when something says cream ale, that makes quite a difference. It's a lot smoother. We'll see if that makes a difference here.
My recommendation for today is a cream ale, and it's very smooth.
And probably not a beer you're expecting. Oh, it was split perfectly. Give it a sniff. Oh, wow. That's like that.
I'm getting a lot of pumpkin spice.
That's like that pumpkin in a can.
Yeah.
That you get to make pumpkin pie, pumpkin filling.
That's exactly it.
Holy cow! It's very pumpkiny. It's very cinnamony.
Ooh, it is. Oh my god! This is a winner in the pumpkin department.
Holy cow!
It's pumpkin pie.
Wow. Yeah, that is pumpkin pie liquefied and
it's smooth. It's really light.
What's
the? I didn't read it off. Wow. 6.1.
Holy cow!
Alcohol volume.
Alright, that's not bad. Wow, this is fantastic.
It's really good. Wow.
So much cinnamon. I feel like the cinnamon makes it.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
We've had a lot of pumpkin beers that were like a little bit of pumpkin and then a whole lot of hops. This is like pumpkin, cinnamon.
There's a lot of notes going on there.
Oh yeah.
It's
probably some nuts.
It's literally like eating a pumpkin pie.
Oh, Coco Brewing Company.
Yeah.
I have a recommendation from them at the end of the podcast.
Ooh.
Vanilla and fall spices. So I think
it's like cinnamon.
This is like a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte mixed with beer.
It's more pumpkin pie for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I do like the pumpkin spice lattes, but I feel like this is more pumpkin-y. Like actual pumpkin taste.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is really a pumpkin pie. Holy cow.
So, what's next is our Beers 101 segment.
Beers 101!
And right now, this is, we're just going to do a fact to keep it simple.
Then chat about that fact a little bit.
I got it off of the Wikipedia, so who knows? We could be wrong on this.
Wikipedia now. Not that terrible.
It's a good source.
Very long time ago now, Wikipedia hired a bunch of people that just, their job is to just fact check
everything.
Yes. Yeah, they go from article to article, making sure all the info is sound and correct.
That's something I didn't know.
Yep. So Wikipedia, not that bad of a resource for
'Cause I
accurate
remember-
information now.
Like when we were in high school,
Oh yeah.
any source we got for anything could
Mhm.
not be Wikipedia.
Yeah. Now it can be Wikipedia.
Really?
Yeah. They've
Oh.
kind of accepted it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so our little fact is that as of 2006, more than 35 billion gallons of beer is sold per year,
35 billion gallons.
producing a total revenue of $294.5 billion.
$294.5 billion. That is
It's a lot of money.
close to a third of a trillion.
But the thing that I kind of wanted to think about here was, how much of that do you think is like Guinness and Budweiser?
Oh, it's got to
and
be
everything?
almost all boring stuff.
You gotta think it's like 2/3 of it, right?
Oh, I don't think that much.
You don't think so?
Well, you mean like that stuff versus craft beer?
Right.
Then yeah, maybe 2/3. Maybe, yeah, so 66%. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So 33% of all beer sold is craft beer. Is that kind of what you're saying?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's really.
That even sounds kind of high.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because like whenever people buy like Budweiser or
Mhm.
Guinness or something like that, or Bud Light or something, they buy like those giant packs of it,
Yeah.
and they buy it all the
That's
time.
very
Like that's
true.
like the party beer is like.
And
Bud
Budweiser
Light
has
and-
like 40 factories the size of like small towns.
Right.
We have one here in Baldwinsville.
So are we thinking like 12.5%? Like that low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure this is something we could look up.
I'm sure it is, but
I kind of like guessing.
Yeah.
35 billion gallons. Like, I want to compare that to like an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Like, how many gallons of water is
on the
Olympic-sized?
Wikipedia thing,
I'm gonna Google this.
on the Wikipedia thing, it said what it's the equivalent of a cube 510 meters on a side.
I can't comprehend
It's big, right?
that. Well, yeah. Okay, Google. How many gallons are in an Olympic swimming pool?
According to PatagoniaAlliance.org,
Let's see. 660,000 gallons of water are in an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
So let's do
So-
a little calculator math
Yep.
here.
660,000 or 35 billion.
35 is a million. I can't even do that on my phone.
Yeah, it's different. There we go.
35 billion
billion
divided
divided
by
660,000.
6.
Wow.
53,000 swimming pools.
Holy
Olympic
cow.
swimming pools.
That's a lot of beer.
With the amount of beer that's sold in a year, we could fill 53,000 Olympic swimming pools.
With beer. That's a lot of beer.
That's pretty righteous.
The world has a drinking problem.
I hope it's all this pumpkin ale,
Yeah.
because this is delightful.
This is very good. Holy cow. 53,000 swimming pools worth of beer.
Olympic swimming
In a
pools.
year. Oh my god.
That's a lot of beer.
That is a lot of beer. This is
But I think that's
blowing my mind right now.
worldwide.
But is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought that's what.
I didn't
thought
think
that's what
that it
was.
didn't say anything about in America.
It's
or
also
something like that.
2006. We're 11 years.
Well, it's
Removed.
every year since, as of
Oh, okay.
2006,
Gotcha.
beers per year.
Wow, that's a lot. And you got to think, like, how many of these make up a gallon? Their metric is in gallons. So, like, how many cans is that? That's got to be so many.
They
That's a
do
lot of
133 billion liters.
That's a lot of beer. I like can't deal with this right now. That's a lot of beer. And like like I said, their metric is in gallons. What if you split that into cans and bottles?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's gotta be what's that?
I wonder if they
maybe
have a
5
number
of
on
those are a gallon. 5 bottles are a gallon, maybe. Probably even more, maybe 6 or 7.
They probably do like the gallons or the liters because of each can bottle is a different size and stuff like that. Like we had a 16 fluid ounces and this is a 12, and
Yeah, you're right.
bottles are 12 and whatnot. But there's also like the tall boys that are 20.
Yeah, that is a lot.
It's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of freaking
That's a lot of beer. It
I
also
did
says
not
that
think it was going to be that many. I thought maybe like 2,000 swimming pools.
and that's also an at least.
Yeah, right. Could be more at this point.
Yeah, because it
we're
says
hoping.
over more than. In 2010, China's beer consumption hit 450 million hectoliters or 45 billion liters.
Wow.
Twice that of the United States in 2010.
Imagine if nobody drank.
But only 5% sold were premium draft beers in China that year. Compared to 50% in France and Germany.
Now imagine if nobody drank. Like, that is so much beer that imagine how the world would be if, like, there was no alcohol. I feel like that's enough beer.
And that's why we're doing a podcast about it.
Totally. Let's cheers to that. To 53,000 swimming pools of beer a year. That's so much. I feel like that's enough to influence, like, the evolution of humanity.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's kind of a bold statement.
53,000 swimming pools.
Of beer.
Olympic-sized swimming pools of beer, of alcohol consumed. Yeah. That's not even talking hard liquor.
Yeah.
I feel like that is enough where, like, if alcohol was never a thing, we'd have, like, flying cars by now. That's what I'm getting at.
Plus, people wouldn't be, like, getting smashed and...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird. That would be weird.
We wouldn't be having nearly as much fun, though.
No.
People would be like, yeah.
Well, what if we got rid of beer and just kept hard liquor?
53,000 gallons of hard liquor to replace them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, no, because percentage-wise, people
be inventing the wheel.
People would drink less of the hard liquor.
Oh, this is really good.
It is really good.
You know, like, what else I'm getting here? Because I haven't had a sip in a few minutes. What I'm also getting, a little bit of whipped cream.
Yes,
I think that's the cream ale.
Yeah.
So not only is
it's
it
a
like
pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
It's like literally a pumpkin pie in a bottle.
Yeah. So
in a can.
Not only is it the pumpkin pie filling that you'd make a pumpkin pie with, but it's
the whole
also the whipped cream on top.
It's the whole pie.
It's amazing. Wow. I didn't taste
I'm going to have to go and get more of this tomorrow.
That's fantastic.
This is something that
my
brother would like, Eric. No, they had full packs of it.
Cool.
Eric's a big pumpkin person. My brother, Eric. Bees.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It is good.
Wow.
All right. Let me just check out our thing really quick. We'll move on to the next beer here.
I think so. We're getting ready to wrap it up. We'll finish these, and we'll be right back. All right, on to the last beer.
The very last beer,
which I've saved for last.
Because it's last but not yeast.
Yes, it's totally right. The last beer of every show is going to be a separate segment called Last But Not Yeast. Really, nothing's different. We just like the name alone.
So, this is an Owl's Brew Radler. That's my jam.
Never heard of it.
It's an amber ale blended with brewed Darjeeling tea, hibiscus flower, lemon peel, fruit juices, and agave nectar.
That's a lot going on.
Beer and tea double brew. So you and I both like things that are complex and have a lot going on.
Oh yeah, the more ingredients, the better.
So when I was in the store earlier, I was searching for something like this that's just got a lot going on.
Wow, look at that color. You hold it up to the camera.
Yeah. Look at
That is an interesting color.
It is. It's like...
It looks thick. It's like, almost like a colloid.
Ooh, it smells like tea.
Oh, yeah?
It's like straight up tea.
Like what kind of tea?
Like sweet tea.
Okay, good. I don't like very bitter tea. I don't know what to think of that.
I need a couple more sips of it.
All right,
So here's the can. It's very tea.
sweet.
It's very sweet tea.
That kind of it tastes good. I will say that. I'll start out with. I do like it. It tastes like if you went down south. And
It honestly just tastes like sweet tea to me.
yeah,
Like real sweet tea.
oh yeah. Like if like you went down south, there was an old grandma and grandpa. The grandpa liked his beer. The grandma liked her sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. And they were like,
So they decided, what if we put a little bit of hops in some sweet tea? You got this. I don't think I could drink too much of it.
yeah, I don't think so either. It's 3.8%
It's-
alcohol by volume.
So sweet that I think it's a sipper.
It is very, very sweet.
Yeah.
If you like very sweet things, I think this is a winner.
If you hate the taste of beer, this is for you.
Yeah, it is. This is very, very sweet, very tea-like.
Look at the bottom, or no. The bottom of mine has literal tea in it.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
There's actual tea at the bottom because I took
got
the
the
bottom
bottom
of,
of
the,
it.
the bottle or the can. There's literal tea at the bottom of my glass. That's interesting.
That's neat.
I don't know what to make of that.
At least you know it's real.
I guess so. Yeah.
That is really cool though. Like honestly, this is very interesting.
Could I try? I want to see if yours is not as sweet as mine because you got
Mine's
the top
pretty
half of
sweet.
the can. All right, yeah.
Yours does taste almost a little sweeter.
Really? Oh yeah, mine's definitely sweet.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
That's funny.
So drink the whole bottle. Don't
Yeah.
split it.
Yeah.
No, mine has a little more of an.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sweet, but you do have a little bit of the ale, whereas yours was just
Mine is
straight
just
up
like
sweet tea.
Yep.
but still good. Like it
Oh
was, yeah,
I think so.
definitely something that I would have again.
Yeah, that's a sipper. It also feels like something you could mix very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's very, very fruity.
Like
and
it is a beer, but it's so fruity it almost tastes like a mixer. Tastes like a mixer. Like you put some hard liquor in it, probably. It would taste pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else on the can.
Okay. This is some pretty good dead air right now. So, Michael, while you're reading,
Yeah.
maybe we can do this while you're reading.
They're in Wisconsin,
okay.
Oklahoma, and Florida.
So you shopped around in the New York section and got two
I
beers tonight
thought
that
I
went out
did.
from New York.
I was on that one side. So the place I went to is called Branching Out Bottle Shop, which is an awesome place. You can buy
Literally a minute from us. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
you can
Just
buy
opened.
you can buy any 6-packs or 4-packs or whatever it is, but there's also a row of just single bottles and cans next to the 4-packs, 6-packs, whatever it is. And so I would and when you walk in, immediately on the right is all your New York stuff, and on the left is all the other stuff.
Mhm.
And I was just on that right hand side, but I guess I don't know because I said against the grain.
Mhm.
I thought that was a place.
Against the grain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now, what do you think was your favorite beer of tonight? It all comes down to this. After every single 6-pack, at the end of every episode, we are going to deem one of them the one we liked best, the favorite. So what was yours tonight?
I've got to go with the pumpkin
Yeah.
cream ale.
For the inaugural favorite beer?
The very first favorite beer. I think that was it. It was smooth. It tasted like pumpkin pie to a T.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just awesome.
Now, I'd like to agree with you, but I am stuck between two. Stuck between the pumpkin cream ale and the, what was the poop one?
The poop one? The brown ale?
Brown ale.
The brown note? This one?
Yes, the presentation.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It is. It's
where, like,
against the Green Brewery.
When you sent me a picture of it, I laughed out loud, for real. Not that, like,
I didn't even send you a picture. I just posted it onto the Instagram and was like, check it out.
Like, not that kind of LOL where you, like, text it to your girlfriend and you're just like...
Yeah. Oh.
I, like, literally laughed out loud because that can, I've never seen a can like that.
No, it is.
And it was good tasting. It was. Now, so that one tasted good, and the presentation was amazing.
And here's the pumpkin ale.
The pumpkin cream ale tasted absolutely amazing. Presentation, not as great. I'm stuck.
I'm not a stickler for presentation.
No, you're not.
I definitely think, like, okay, the reason why I got this was because of the presentation. So don't get me wrong in the fact that presentation does matter to me a little bit.
That's what I'm getting at.
But
I've never seen a can design that awesome. I'm not usually a stickler for presentation. I usually don't care.
Yeah.
That one is so awesome. It's literally a cartoon dude in underwear.
The strawberry was good too. Not my favorite of the bunch, but
that was
definitely
very good. But it didn't stick out as much.
No. Yeah, I think that pumpkin one was, taste-wise, the pumpkin one was a winner for me.
I think I'm going to go with pumpkin too.
Yeah.
That's one
It was just good.
I could see myself drinking the pumpkin throughout fall.
Yeah.
Like
until all
the leaves are...
I'm going to be buying a lot of that.
Yeah, I think so. The brown ale, while it was good, I don't think I would be drinking it as much as I would be drinking it. So I'm going to go with the...
Yeah, out of all 6 of these, I think the one I would buy again is the pumpkin one.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would buy, if I had my choice, if I had to walk into a store and be like, you only have 1 6-pack, which one do you choose? The pumpkin one I would choose out of all these.
I would too. You're right.
Because I don't want to sound like the other ones weren't good, because they were very good. But yeah, this one is very sweet. It is. It's just sweet. Very sweet tea.
It's very sweet. It really does just taste like sweet tea.
It is interesting. And I'm glad I got it.
Me too.
All right.
I think now is the time for us to give our 2 recommendations.
Yep.
So that you folks can go out there and if you like the beer we're talking about, you can go out and get it. I think these are usually widely available.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Some of them are pretty local. Like I know mine is local, so.
I think if you guys are kind of like friends with us in real life and you're in Syracuse and stuff, you can definitely get these at Now and Later, because that's where
or
we
at
tasted
some
them.
bottle stores.
Yeah, probably some bottle shops. Do you want to go first, or
sure? Mine for today was a I'm trying to find the maker. Millhouse Brewing Company has a cucumber cream ale that it's like the cream ale, the pumpkin cream ale. It's very smooth, it's very light and refreshing, but it just tastes like cucumbers. Like it's just cucumber to a T.
Now, so normally you would think, all right, if any other drink tasted like a cucumber, it's not something you would drink, right? It's not something you would be like clamoring for.
I personally like cucumber taste.
I do too, but
it's just like
if there was like a cucumber soda,
right,
you wouldn't exactly.
You would go for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, sure. But the first time I had a cucumber ale wasn't necessarily that one. But the first time I had one, I was infatuated with it. Mm-hmm. Cucumber, like a creamy cucumber taste.
The cucumber cream ale was.
Who would have thought that tasted good? But you know what? It tastes great.
Yeah, it does. It's probably my highest recommendation now, because you and I we go to Now and Later and everything like that. And generally when we go, we don't get the same thing twice.
Oh yeah, we've never had the same beer twice.
I have. I've had the cucumber cream ale
we
twice.
both have, but you get what we mean.
The cucumber cream ale was one of the. So I've had. I'll have to go launch into that story some other time, but it was more of when I was on the stout type thing where I was like, I drink a ton of stouts. But anyways, I'll go into that some other podcast. But the cucumber cream ale was like, it was probably the second beer that I had gotten for the second time at Now and Later.
It was so good. Actually, the recommendation I'm gonna give, I've had that 2 times at Now and Later.
Well, what is yours?
I think back to back even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember the night I had it, but I think I did have it once, and then I was so enamored that I had it again.
I think I was there for it.
Oh yeah, you were there. My recommendation is from Cuca Brewing Company, and that is the Cuca Habanero Ale. Now, I'm recommending this not as a drinking beer, because while you can drink it, it is straight up spicy. It is hot. It will burn your mouth. It is not like a habanero ale, as in like, oh, that's cute. It's like a beer that's kind of spicy. It's a habanero ale in that it's like taking a bite of a habanero pepper, but it also tastes like beer. So this thing was, I tried it, first I heard about it at Now and Later, and I said, all right, you got me. I got to try that. I can't turn that down. That sounds crazy. I had it, and it was spicy. It burned my mouth, burned Mike's mouth.
Yeah, it was hot.
We were both absolutely blown away. Would you say that besides the cookie dough,
that was the second
beer,
most blown away?
Second most
blown away.
Yes, second most blown away. It's absolutely insane. So it is very hard to drink, though.
Yeah.
Very hard to drink. I got through 1 and I got through 2, and I said I would never drink a whole can of this again because it is very hard to get through because it is so spicy. Now, I am recommending it because while you can't drink a can of it, it is absolutely fantastic for cooking.
We made a beer cheese out of it with pretzels.
Phenomenal beer
It
cheese.
was awesome. It was amazing because like the cheese had just enough bite. And it was beery, and it was just, it was awesome.
I could very easily see myself marinating a chicken or a steak in it.
Yeah.
Making some kind of sauce with it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was very, very good personally, the beer cheese was just awesome. It was just really good.
The beer cheese was so good. We got to make that again.
Yeah.
And to help you find it, it's a silver can, and it has like this flame on the front with kind of like a smiley face on it. Because it's hot, very hot.
Right. Oh, the cucumber cream ale is called Cucumber Blessings.
Oh, really?
That's the name of it. It's
okay, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, and it's a tall green can, 16 ounce, and it's green, and it's really good. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, I think this closes the inaugural episode of Wish You Were Beer.
Yeah.
Had a great time.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Tried
for this.
6 beers. Kind of thought we would be more wasted at the end of it. A little buzzed, but
we only had like 3 beers in total.
That's true. So this was the inaugural episode of Wish You Were Beer. Mike, did you have a great time?
Yeah, I did. I'm really excited about this. I think that personally, I don't really care if anybody listens or watches or whatever it is, but I'm just glad that we're doing this, and it's a lot of fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think both of us have had kind of this hole for podcasting. I used to do a video game podcast. Mike also used to do a video game podcast. And since then, we've just kind of been talking about ideas, and we decided,
we finally broke down
and did a lot of weird beers, and we thought maybe that would make a good podcast.
Yeah, like since I turned 21, like what it was a couple of weeks after I turned 21 that we first went to Now and Later together.
Yeah. And it was
addicted.
not like an alcoholic.
Literally, like a couple months later, we started talking about this podcast.
Yeah.
And that was like almost a year ago.
Right.
Like it was probably a year ago when we started talking about this. And like it was just like something that we kept saying that we want to do. We want to do this. We want to do this, and I'm really glad we finally broke down and did it.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, go out there, try some weird beers. Hopefully, we made you realize there's a lot more to beer than Bud Light and Budweiser, and it's the same thing, and Labatt's. There's some really cool beers out there. There are.
And if you are like sort of in our area,
Mhm.
I really recommend going and checking out like places where we go and
Yeah, let's go.
and like all these beers that we do.
Mhm.
You definitely check out the beers that we drink here.
Yes, let's give a shout out to two places that helped us out tonight. Not sponsors, but where we get our stuff.
Just a shout out.
Now and Later, which is on Tipperary Hill in Syracuse. They not only have a bar, but they have a store as well, so it's kind of combined thing. So you can go and try out some awesome beers, and then if you like them, just go to the store next door, pick them up. It's run by the same people. The second place, Branching Out Bottle Shop, just opened
It was a little while ago.
like half a month
Yeah,
ago
it's
or something.
It's a really cool place.
I haven't been yet, but Mike took this opportunity to go and pick up a 6-pack from them.
I think this was my third time there.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like, like I said earlier, it's, every pack that they have there pretty much, they have a line next to it of just single bottles and cans
That's
of
awesome.
whatever it is.
I gotta get in there. I think I'll probably pick up our 6-pack next week from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we did this.
Me too. Good night, everyone.
All right, good night, guys.